And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid the coups and the crises, there are many positive stories from Africa that often get overlooked, but not on this show. Our story today is from Uganda, where a smartphone app is changing the lives of visually impaired students as Braille access remains a challenge. Local developers have created the Blind Assistant app that helps in reading documents aloud. It is eliminating the compulsion for students to depend on others while also saving them crucial time. Our next report gets you all the details.
Millions of children across the world suffer from vision impairment. In Africa, there are around 5 million such children. The impairment impacts the education of many of them, as access to Braille texts remains a major challenge in the region. But a group of Ugandan developers has come up with a solution. They have developed a Blind Assistant app that helps in reading documents aloud.
When you want to open our screen,
1333.
I open the screen with 2 fingers, then I go to applications.
The app eliminates the compulsion for students to seek assistance to do their everyday learning. The app works through a smartphone's camera, mobility and connectivity.
This application is a mobile software app. Once you install it on a smartphone, Android, it turns a smartphone into a device that can read ordinary printed text. In addition, it can detect currency. It can also be used to identify objects.
The app is built by a local company called Suzy Water Harvesting. It allows learners to read text in real time on their own without the help of another student or teacher. Students can scan texts without having to translate them into Braille, and then they hear the audio version of the scanned text.
Other learners are given set text to be able to read. And for them, since they cannot be able to read texts which are in print, the first option will be to get their peers in free time to be able to read for them the same text as they are brailing the text. And they will be able to read that text after some time. But now with the assistive technologies which has been given, the Braille Assist, they are able to scan these texts without having to translate them into Braille.
To access the technology, Ugandan students are undergoing training. They are being taught how to use a smartphone.
Blind Assistant version 2, which is Lookout.
The excitement among the students is visible as many of them hold a smartphone for the very first time.
We first trained them on how to use the smartphone. We found that some had not even caught it in their hands. They were so excited having it and being trained on how to operate it. And introducing the Blind Assistant application was something that was welcomed by them. Since now they do not need much assistance, they can read. In fact, for examination time, they do not need to spend 30 minutes outside the examination room for the text to be transferred to Braille.
The students are learning to use the Blind Assistant app in multiple Ugandan schools. The Kagwa Secondary School in the central Ugandan district of Mukono was the first to receive the training. After 1 week's training, the school's visually impaired students were awarded certificates. Each of them was given a new mobile device to help with lessons. Currently, smartphones are given to the students for free after training. Students say the app is benefiting them. They say the training will help beyond the classroom.
The Blind Assistant has come to solve all those problems. We are able to read on our own and in the time that we want. Given the feature of Explore, I can use it as I'm traveling, that it can assist me to read whatever I'm passing by.
Currently, around 1,500 students in Uganda are visually impaired. App developers hope to equip more than 1,000 students. With a success in achieving the goal, they can ensure that vision disability does not come in the way of a bright future for these young children.
Climate change is on our doorstep.
It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to First Pulse America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.